go, do you want to really go into the field you studied in college and get this degree on? I'd really be surprised what the percentages are.
It's got to be.
Kids are fucked up.
Yeah.
Kids that didn't know what they were getting, because I don't think a kid's prepared to make a life decision
at 18,
20 and 18.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what really fucking helped me. More than college, I'll tell you what really fucking helped me. And every day I think about it, I'm like, wow, with car sales.
Yeah.
That helped you figure it out?
When I sold cars in college, it really sped up everything I had. Everything I thought came in. You know, you go to jiu-jitsu, they teach you a technique. But when you go to do it to Lee, they don't tell you that Lee's going to hide that arm. Mm-hmm. Lee's not just going to leave the arm. It's like anything else when you go to karate class. He's going to throw a punch. The punch is going to land here. You're going to hook the arm, and you're going to hit him in the rib. He's like, no, it's not going to happen that way. He's going to wear a shirt, and your hand's going to get caught. So it was really weird that you heard all these things about business. You spoke to people. And once you discovered belly-to-belly sales, that stayed with me forever. I learned more from those criminals on how to treat people and how to carry myself in business. Little things. When you buy a T-shirt from me, I write you a letter. I got that from selling cars. When you came to see me, the first thing when you got home the next day, you got a letter from me. Because I knew the other guy wasn't sending you a letter. He was going to call you and tell you there was a sale. That's great. I'm going to send you a letter and thank you. You know, and it just taught me little things, follow-up calls. Lee and I were talking about a sponsor earlier, and we were talking about our plan of attack. That plan, I didn't get that from a book. I didn't study marketing in college. I got that from selling cars. The strategy, there's a strategy to things, you know. And it was just really, and I worked at a place in Boulder, which was really decent. You know, if they were on Yelp today, they'd have like a high fucking Yelp because that was their thing. They knew to get the good cars, you had to have a good CSI, a customer service index, at that time. So they specialized in that. They weren't thieves. They wouldn't throw your keys on the thing. If you told them you were unhappy, they'd give you the keys right back. You do that Douglas Toyota in Arvada, they'll fucking stab you. You'll have to talk to 18 people before you get your car back from a trade. What car? The Volkswagen. I just gave it from appraisal. We don't know no Volkswagen. They make you buy the car because they hide shit from you. This place was legit. And I learned so much from those white dudes. They were fucking Mormons.
Really?
The one, and he used to call me the renegade. He loved me. He used to call me the renegade. Because he goes, you always go off against the people I don't like. I love it. I don't even have to do my job.
Really?
If they're a scumbag, you sniff them out. I loved this Subaru place. That was the first car I sold.
You could sniff out the scumbags quick, I bet.
Yeah, until today, I still drive a Subaru because of that job.
Really?
I am sold on Subaru because of that job. Because how many cars I sold and how many people's faces would come back and go, hey man, a week after you sold me a car, remember that Blizzard we got? I was in the car with my daughter and we spit off the road. If I would have had my old car, I would have been dead right now. That Subaru you sold me fucking had the extra. So I felt good about what I sold. I really did feel good. I remember when I got arrested, I was at a Chrysler store, and I went back. That Chrysler store was 8 drug dealers that would lie to you about fucking everything. I couldn't fucking believe it. They would lie to old people. It used to drive me fucking crazy. Like I had, even when I was a crazy criminal, I didn't see, it was a Dodge store. Old people buy fucking Dodges and Chrysler LeBarons and shit like that. Chrysler LeBaron, what a piece of shit that fucking car was.
We had one when I was growing up.
If you slammed the car door, everything would break. The tire on the other side would go flat. You're like, what the fuck? I slammed this door. I didn't like that. I didn't like lying to customers. I didn't like hiding from customers. I wanted to sell you something and for you to come back the next day and say, Joe, you're fucked up. And you'd go, hey, fucking happens every day. Let's go fix it. Instead of hiding from you, The Subaru place, they all wore sandals. They ate granola. They were Buddhists. But those guys were pulling down. I was pulling down in college. I was pulling down anywhere from $7,000. I think about that.
A week or a month?
A month. $7,000
in high school
to 10. I was 24 years old, and I was making $7,000 to $10,000 a month off the bat. Like the first day I fucking started, that first month was like I got a check for $4,900. I was like done. Plus I walked with like $1,000 and get every time you sell a car. So they took that out of the check and I flipped out. But then I figured out how taxes were paid.
I always wondered. So, let's say you bought a car for $10,000. How much does a salesman get?
Okay. In these days, this day you got, I forget what it was. But in those days, if you sold a Subaru, a mini deal was $100. But after the person left, you got a kit and you called the Subaru dealer, and they'd send you a check from $250 to $700. You get that every Thursday. So I wouldn't give a fuck. If you came to me and said, Joey, I got a car for $1,660, I could do that. I knew I was going to make $100 and $250 on the back end. So that's $350 a car. I could do the paperwork in 15 fucking minutes. You follow me? There's so many type of deals. And there's, okay, I have a used car. We have 6,000 in it. You come in and buy the car for 10. That means we made $4,000 profit. I get 30% of that. So what's 10%? 4, so I get $1,200 to sell that fucking car. I sell 10 or 12 of those.
Fuck.
Okay, then if you sell 7 cars, you get a $500 bonus. If I would go into a car lot and you'd say to me, oh, Joey, by the way, the Jeep, the 89 Jeep with 10,000 miles, anybody who sells that on a Saturday, now look, when I go to work on a Saturday, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to snort coke. I just don't want 1 gram. I need an 8 ball. I need my dick sucked. I need a couple Coco Locos at Red Robin. I need to buy the bartender a shot. I got a chance there. I'm going for the short nickel. If you tell me that if I could sell that table, I get $500, even if I sell it at cost, just to get it out of here. If Tom Segura comes in, he goes, I want a picture of Charles Bronson. Even though I got a picture of Charles Bronson right there, I'm going to sell him that fucking table. Anybody who comes in, hi, I'm looking for a truck. Let me show you this fucking car I got, but it's not a truck. It's beautiful. You give a fuck what it is. You want a deal, right? I can sell you that for cost. Let's take a look. People go, I came in here for a Subaru wagon. You're showing me a sedan. I don't give a fuck. It's my world. I would sell you that fucking sedan. That's a salesman. That's what that's what you fucking do. I wouldn't pound her. I'd just tell her that's the car for you, and I'd make her drive it. Once they drive it, I got you 50%.
Really?
My job is to push the envelope, make you drive. If you don't drive the car, you're not gonna buy it.
But if you drive it,
boom. That's down number 1. Number 2, once you fill out that credit app, I got you. But I never let you fill out the credit app. I always took it from you and asked you questions. Because by asking you questions, you're devouring me your fucking information. Plus, I offer you a water. So it's a psychological game. By offering you that water now, you owe me something back. Once we take the ride, I go, is there terms we could do? Yes, there are. I go inside, I get a credit app, and I get a fucking Foursquare. Most fucking idiots will just give you the credit app and say, you fill this out. You're dead. I fill it out. So now I get you involved. And now I got you under a spell. I'm just asking you questions. What's your address? What's your mother's maiden name?